we want our children, even ourselves, to eat healthy.
True.
But it's not as easy as it is said. You cannot move around with fresh pineapples the whole day. It's really a bit difficult.
Yeah.
Even for our children, they will get tired of it. As I was trying to put the product out there, someone came out of the blue and was like, no, this product, all I can say is that it opened my ears. That spoke to me quite a lot. And others came, it has opened their eyes. Obviously, there were a few jokes here and there. But this is someone who has become really a serious client.
Welcome to Chat with Charles Layoo, and in today's chat I have a guest who is having an interesting story. He's an agro entrepreneur who is running an agro-food processing business right here in Northern Uganda. And his story is quite amazing, and things that you should look up in this podcast is one, he actually started his business with a borrowed saucepan, which is something very amazing to know about. And also he did a lot of research, like reading PhD publications to learn more. Also, his products right now is in Netherlands. And lastly, something interesting that you should look up to is he did a lot and he had a failed Rolex stand. And let's dive into this chat and we get to know more from him today. You're most welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Charles. And allow me also congratulate you for finally having the podcast started.
Oh, thank you. And we'll just start by introduction. Let's start by getting to know who you are. And you'll introduce yourself and you'll give us an overview of House Ojok Investments and also what inspired you to start an agro-food processing company instead of something else.
Oh, thank you so much. As already introduced, the names are Ojok Moses Walter, based right here in Gulu. I'm 29 years old. I'm married with a son. He's called Roman.
Wow.
Actually, the very inspiration behind the Roman Munchies.
Yes.
I did my bachelor's in business administration right here in Gulu University and majored in marketing. After that, I went into employment. I worked in the hospitality sector as a hotel manager with one of the chic hotels in Gulu here.
Yeah.
After that, I took the entrepreneurship journey that I'd really longed for quite a while. So we launched a company that is Kitch Farms Limited.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that does honey and related bee products. We set up a farm in Nwoya, and that has been running and still runs up to date. Along the way, my wife went for her master's in South Africa, and I was looking after my young boy.
Yeah.
So along the way, as the company was growing, it had not reached a point where it could actually pay me. So I went back into employment, and I was working for a yogurt processing company right here in Gulu.
Yeah.
So briefly, that is a little bit about me.
Wow, that's really amazing. There's actually quite a lot happening in Northern Uganda, and surprisingly, people don't know about it. So let's get to know, about your journey in developing this and launching your first products, which, if I'm not mistaken, it's Chilli Garlic Oil,
Yes.
which personally I've actually tasted it, and it's amazing. I can just say that. That's all I can say. And also the Roman Munchies Dry Pineapples. How has been the journey so far?
So the idea behind the House Ojok Chilli Garlic Oil, I developed the product actually for myself.
Oh, okay.
So I do love spices. I love spice. Be it tea, I love spice. Be it food, I love spice. So there's the common chili oil out there called akabanga, coming from Rwanda. And I loved that thing. So, but it went out of stock for quite a while. For about 3 months, I couldn't find it. So after trying a couple of times and giving up, I'm like, okay, why can't I make something for myself? So I started experimenting within my kitchen. And trust me, there were a lot of failed experiments there. The whole household choking. And my wife almost kicked me out of the house because of the experiment. So that's how this chili garlic oil started. I was making it strictly for myself. And obviously, I'm in a few circles, and I have a couple of friends. So when I made a little bit more than I thought I could consume, I shared with a couple of friends, and they loved it. They loved it, and they asked for more. And the rest is almost history now. That's basically how that came about. That was our very first product. But Roman Munchies was a different story altogether. So when I was making the chili oil, I ordered I was buying the chili locally, but then my supplier could not supply me when I needed it. So I tried West Nile. The price was very high. So someone connected me with an export company in Kampala, which was giving it at really affordable price. But then the minimum order was so big. I needed to order 100 kilos of chili. That is too much. So I negotiated for 50, and I received that batch. But even 50 was too much for me to process at the start. So I tried to process, and it was really the rest. There was a lot of spoilage. So someone told me, "Oh, there's a friend who has a dryer, an electric dryer." So I got a dryer to try and dry and preserve the chili.
Right here in Northern Uganda?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I got a dryer from a friend to help me to dry that chili. But that failed also because it was doing the drying, but it has a fan. It pushes out the fumes. And the fumes of the chili will get everyone coughing. So I didn't use it. But it was just there in my house. So every time I'm picking my son from school, he is in K2 right now, we via the supermarket, we via the market, and he's going to demand for the whole supermarket. He's going to demand for gorillas, he's going to demand for kick snack, for all sorts of things. And as a parent, I'm always wondering, wow, what is this boy eating? What does it mean for his health and his development? So that's when I started thinking, and that's how the Roman Munchies came about. I had a dryer already in the house, so I made a trip to Kampala for some other businesses. So when I was coming back, Luero, there's a lot of pineapples. And it clicked. I'm like, okay, I bought a little bit more. And I'm like, let me try and dry it for this boy. So I started drying the pineapples for my son, and that's why it's called Roman Munchies.
So you actually started it from his name?
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. And I believe there is probably a plan to launch even more products. But let me put it this way. I believed the chili garlic oil and these pineapple products that you have in the market is not the first in the market, though yours is unique in its own way. So what sets your products, the one that is now ready in the market, what sets it apart from others?
Thank you so much. So for the chili garlic oil, that was a whole journey. From the start, it is not that I knew exactly what set it apart. But, a lot of feedback. At one point, I was trying to develop the hottest chili.
Oh, okay.
Because I wanted to give value for money, such that if you do one drop,
if
I'm selling it to you at 10K and you do one drop, you feel the value for money. But I got really a lot of feedback from a lot of friends and clients, and I got from the feedback, I got to understand really what made the product stand out. And that is the flavor. It is not the heat, but it's the flavor. So we have a good number of spices, about 10 ingredients in that product. It's not just chili and the garlic. But there are a lot of flavors and spices in it, which will turn any meal from being an extraordinary to becoming extraordinary. So the flavor, the aroma is really amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, at least I've had a chance to taste the chili garlic oil, and I just tasted it a few days ago, and I saw that you had written it extremely odd. I thought that's not true. And guess what? I think you had told me to drop only one. so I
you
was
found out the hard
stubborn.
way.
Then I made like 5 or 6 drop, and I can tell you
that was a lot.
But that thing is good. The chili garlic oil is actually very unique. And getting to know that something like that is being produced from Northern Uganda, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
So take us through chili garlic oil. Let's talk about that and the pineapple that is already used. I want to know, someone who is following us right now maybe asking, is it already in the market? Where can I get it from? Let's get to know that.
Yeah, so before that, I'd shared a little bit about what sets the chili garlic oil apart.
Yeah.
Our focus is really to develop products for the local market first and foremost.
Yeah.
Especially for the Acholi sub-region. When you see the areas of Noya, Agago, there's a lot of malnutrition. Acholi we pride ourselves as being a CODDH. But you'll find that there's a lot of stunted growth. There are a lot of short, tiny people. If you move to Noya, I see it a lot. If you move to Agago, I see it quite a lot. Yeah. So that speaks a lot on malnutrition. So that's the direction we hope to take. But also the other bit of livelihood.
Yes.
That we should be able to source these products locally here, the ingredients and the inputs, and support the local economy to recover from all that instability that occurred. Yeah. So the direction we're looking at is the products we're looking at spices. Already we have the chili garlic oil. We're doing product development for the chili garlic sauce.
Yeah.
It should be out pretty soon. And then a lot of people are exposed to the chili powder. We also want to add that to the itinerary.
Yeah.
And then we're looking at then dry fruits and then dry vegetables. So either way, one or the other, there is a product which will have to hit your your dinner table.
Right.
So that's the direction where we're looking at going. So right now for these two products, it's really widely available in Gulu. We're looking to expand to the other cities. Yeah. We have 2 outlets in Kampala at the moment, which is still not enough.
I know.
I've got really a lot of inquiries from Arua. I have a good number of clients from Lira.
Yes.
But we're yet to get retail outlets there. But for Gulu, we have about 12 outlets where you can find the products.
Okay.
From Ameda to Las to Starbucks, you have Abbey opposite Buganda Pub. You have Lamaro Studios.
Yeah.
Chakwan. You have Sultan Supermarket and a couple of others. But we're still growing. That is still really pretty small.
Yeah, true. Yes. So it's actually very much easier to get it in Gulu.
Definitely.
And if someone wants to order it right now, what is the possibility of taking it there?
From those outlets, the product is readily available, but one can reach out directly through our WhatsApp contacts.
Yes.
And within Gulu, delivery can be made.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So how about out of Gulu?
Out of Gulu, for Kampala specifically, there are 2 contact persons. Also through our WhatsApp, you reach out and we can get the product to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I believe your product has not taken so long in the market.
No.
But you've touched some bit of community already. So that makes me to ask my next question. What impact have you seen already in the community, or what impact do you tend to create through your products in the community of Northern Uganda, where this product comes from?
Yeah, so there are those which are very visible, and there are those which are really subtle, but can really speak to. They do speak to my heart.
Yeah.
So obviously the immediate impact, you're looking at employment. Right. The people who do support me to produce these products are directly getting employment. Yeah. And for some of them are people without really the highest of qualifications. So that is one immediate impact. Yes. You're looking at where we're sourcing a lot of these inputs that go into the product. As much as I mentioned that the chili at the moment we're sourcing it from Kampala, but that is because chili production had broken down in Gulu. Yeah. But I'm sure from the next planting season we're going to onboard farmers to plant it specifically for us. Yeah. But even for the market vendors where we're going to buy the spices, the cardamom, the cloves, this is an income which is coming directly to them. Yeah, yeah. The other day, after one of the outlets which operates on commission, after they had sold the products, at the end of the month, so they paid me and I gave them a receipt for the commission. And I felt so good when I gave that commission. I read the figure. It was not really that much. I think the commission was not even 20K. Yeah. But you can't imagine how good I felt that, okay, someone has gotten 20K out of my product.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that is happening. But the other is from the feedback I get from the clients. Yeah. So there's this young lady who was working in Mukono in a medical facility. Yes. So she came to Gulu and she bought the product. And she bought it just to support me. Really not because she loved chili. It was to support me. But after 2 weeks, she was calling almost on a daily basis, demanding. If she had a gun, I would be on gunpoint, demanding for the product to be available in Mukono. Why? Yes. She used not to eat the hospital food because it was not cooked to her liking.
Oh, okay.
So most times she would forego lunch, and then she would cook in the evening. But my product changed that. It changed it, and she would be looking forward to the next meal because she knew she had a weapon to add into the meal and make it amazing. And that is really a testimony which touched me quite a lot, and it made me realize I'm not just doing anything else but something which is impacting people.
Wow, it's actually amazing. And you see, first time tasting the chili garlic oil, I used it on bean, and I can assure it was good. And now, I understand as a young person running a business in Uganda or running anything in Uganda, sometimes it's hard. I personally know that you are young, I'm young, so I know that. And sometimes in terms of resources and all those, what are some of the challenges or the setbacks that you are facing or you've been facing as you do this product? Yeah.
So there have been really a lot of challenges, as you've mentioned, and especially for a young man. Yeah. There are even more. There will be a lot of loan facilities out there, but they're not meant for young people. Even if they say youth are encouraged, you go there and they will say you need collateral.
Exactly.
So I have a 4-acre piece of land in Noya. So I thought I have collateral. Then they told me, no, you actually need to have a land title.
Oh.
A sales agreement does not work. So financing is really a big problem.
True.
And it has set us back, held us back from really expanding faster. And also, I started from the back of my kitchen. The saucepan I'd been using for making the chili was a borrowed saucepan. Oh. I've not yet returned it, by the way. and if Min Claire manages to watch this, my appreciation to her for lending me that saucepan.
Exactly.
It changed a lot of things. But imagine that I had to borrow a saucepan.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So it has really not been easy. Yeah, the journey of product development.
Yeah.
I've had to learn a lot. Like for the pineapples, the concept was there in July. We just launched it about 2 weeks ago, late October.
Yes.
So if you visit my production facility, you'll find really a lot of buckets of pineapples, which are never going to come to the market. But we're doing product development, and it was pretty expensive.
Yes.
I found myself reading PhD publications, reading patents, all sorts of things I never thought I would read. And now when I meet someone, they'll say, did you do nutrition? Or no, that's not the case. So it has really been challenging, but also in terms of time, I've had to really have limited time with my family.
Yeah.
And my appreciation to them for really supporting me through. So you would imagine, for example, I have a daytime job which finances this business.
Exactly.
So 8 to 5, you're at work. I pick the young man in the evening from school, do a bit of grocery. You would assume you're getting home to rest at 7. But then 7 is when I start usually production.
Yeah.
And I would run production. A lot of times I would run production up to 2 a.m. in the night, especially when doing the product development. You try one thing, it fails. You scratch your head, what next? And finances are being burnt doing product development.
Yeah.
So it has really been challenging, but also sometimes you get the fuel to continue going, especially the chili. Every time someone gives me a good review and says this product has done this to me, amidst all the challenges, that keeps me going.
Yeah.
But it has not been easy, and it continues not being easy. For example, the product is not certified with UNBS.
Oh yeah, true.
So there are big markets which would take this product, as amazing as it is, but because we are yet to get that quality mark, we cannot have the product there.
Yeah.
So that is a setback. Obviously, that means more finances, which are needed. Yeah, but it has been tough. But we're on the journey.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's always step by step. I know you'll get there. Now I'm going to ask 2 questions because I understand there's actually quite a lot of setbacks. One, I know your product has been in the market for some months now, and I believe you've been getting feedbacks from customers, from families, even from friends, like you've mentioned. So can you share any memorable customer feedback or the stories that is related to your products? Actually, you've already shared that when I remember. Then another one, how do you use your customers' feedback to improve on your products?
Yeah, so indeed there are a lot of stories that stood out for me. So on one of the platforms, WhatsApp platforms in Gulu here, as I was trying to put the product out there, someone came out of the blue and was like, no, this product doesn't, all I can say is that it opened my ears. It was just not hot, it opened my ears. And now every meal it is a must. And really, that spoke to me quite a lot. And others came, it has opened their eyes. I really don't. Obviously, there were a few jokes here and there. But this is someone who has become really a serious client, and there's really a lot of appreciation for the product for the dry pineapples. We want our children, even ourselves, to eat healthy.
True.
But it's not as easy as it is said. You cannot move around with fresh pineapples the whole day.
Yeah.
You cannot pack it. You're going to Kampala and because you want to eat healthy, you keep it. It's really a bit difficult. Even for our children, they will get tired of it very fast.
Yeah.
But in this form, every morning, as I'm taking the boy to school, we have finished breakfast and everything. We sit on my bike and we have a cup of the Roman Munchies in hand. So as we're riding, we're snacking. Yeah. And you can imagine how much he's consuming in the pineapples in such a mode. So that has been part of the feedback that we have gotten. But feedback has been really crucial for us to develop this product to where it is.
Yes.
There has been multiple versions of this product to get it where it is. And it may still get better. It may still get better.
Yeah.
For the chili oil, for example, the very first ones, it was not as clear. The filtration was not as good because we're doing all these spices. You'll see some residue within it, and from that constant feedback, we've gotten it where it is.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Even the taste itself. Like I told you, at the start I was looking for heat. I was looking at hot.
Yeah.
But from the feedback, now it is the flavor.
Yeah, exactly.
And everyone who takes it is like, wow.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you for a fact that most of my clients are people who use not to consume chili. They use not to, but they try and the flavor, they're like, wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, sustainability has been the talk of the day, and everyday people, organization, everyone is talking about that. Are there any sustainable practices or values that House Ojok Investment follows in its production process?
Yeah, the business is actually premised around that, around circular economy.
Yeah.
I'll start with the chili oil, for example. So for the very first productions that we did, we filtered out the oil.
Yeah.
And what was remaining was dumped.
Oh, okay.
So you know that is not that sustainable.
Yeah, I know.
But now, after filtering out the oil, what is remaining is going to making chili sauce.
Oh, okay.
So we have gotten extra value out of the very same product. You know, for the fruits and the vegetables, and you'll be shocked that almost 50% of all fruits and vegetables which are produced actually ends up in the dump site.
Oh, okay.
Like about half. So our innovation means that we are saving a lot on that. So someone will produce and immediately will dry it, for example, for the dry fruits and the dry vegetables, and will not have that waste. The dry fruits are having a shelf life of 1 year.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
For the dry vegetables, will even be longer than that.
Yeah.
So that is really a whole game changer.
Yes.
So I've developed the dry vegetables, but we have not released it on the market because we're also thinking sustainability.
Yes.
Because we have an electric dehydrator, if we used it to make the dry vegetables, it will become too costly. And therefore will not be able to supply the people on the grassroots that we want to supply.
Yes, yes.
So now we are really looking for financing. We're looking for support to be able to set up a solar dryer.
Oh, yes.
To make sure that our emissions are low, our energy consumptions are low, but also ensuring that the product is produced quality-wise, but at the lowest cost possible.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
Still about that, how do you ensure the quality and sourcing of your ingredients?
So that has been a journey, and it is still a journey.
Yeah.
Some of, and I'd shared this with you before, some of the products,
exactly,
we have not released them because we have not answered some of those questions.
Oh, yeah.
For the vegetables, for example, I've not answered the question of consistent and quality supply. We have developed the product, but we have not released it.
Yeah.
Until we answer that question, it may take a little bit longer to come out. But for the others, it has really been a journey. And I was forced, for example, for the chili to source it from an export company. I started locally, and I could not get consistency.
Okay.
I could not get consistency. I would ask for 10 kgs, and this week it's there. Next week, I'm on my way bringing it. And then, there was rain. You wait tomorrow. And tomorrow the story will change that, you see, these people, I found out that they harvested and they had sprayed it. So you have to wait for another week.
Okay.
So that became really a problem. So now we have really had to pay a lot of attention where we source it from. That we can get quality, but also consistency.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Okay. And I know you're doing something amazing and you're young and you're looking in the future. So where do you see House Ojok Investment, let's say in the next few years from now?
Well, in the next few years from now, I see the company really as a beacon of hope for the region.
Yes.
That will be producing in tons and not just in kilograms.
Exactly.
That means the number of farmers who will be supplying us will be more, who will have contracts with them. They are assured of consistent market. And in a couple of years, definitely we'll go beyond just the local market. We hope to go to the market beyond just Gulu, beyond Uganda.
Yeah.
The chili oil has already reached Netherlands, has reached Belgium, UK.
Okay.
But it has not been conscious.
Yes.
It has reached there, but not consciously. Of not taken the product there. But they're demanding for it. The few people who bought it and took it for their loved ones, they're demanding for the product. But we are so far unable to get it there. Similar for the dry fruits.
Yes.
As much as we want it for the local market, because a lot of these products are really available almost all year round fresh. That poses also a bit of a challenge. But also for the seasonality, right now it's not mango season, so you cannot find mango. But this will change that landscape. So we really see ourselves being, for lack of better words, a titan in food production. And changing that whole landscape in northern Uganda.
Okay. So there is actually a long-term goal and milestone that you're aiming at. Oh, wow. That's actually amazing. I really would want something like this coming from northern Uganda. And, so that we can be supplying the whole world with such. And also I would ask now, because I know you're young and, a lot of young people nowadays, we think in a different ways. We all think in different ways. What advice would you give to someone who is looking forward to starting and maybe agro-food processing business or any other business related to that? What advice would you give?
I'll give two advices, which may be subjective, but I'll nonetheless give two advices. One is, amongst the challenges, when we talk about challenges, finance always comes top.
True.
And indeed, it's one of the biggest challenges or barriers to entry for young people into business. But the other one I would say is knowledge. You really have to seek for knowledge. You need to seek for information. Launching the Chilli Garlic Oil took us a short time, but it's because we had previous businesses which had failed. So I'd learned from it. And it became easy for us to launch. For my previous honey business, it took me 3 months looking for packaging. I had already harvested. I was good to go. It took me 3 months to get packaging.
Oh, wow.
But now when it comes to this, because I've learned from there, it really became easy. So information, for example, I mentioned that I found myself reading PhD paper publications. Like it's easy to see the product on the shelf and see tomato sauce, but now when you come to the actual mixture and formula and how to go about it, it's a whole different story. So you need to really research a lot, get as much information as possible from any avenue or industry you're going into. And for most of us, we don't want to share. We feel our idea will be robbed. It is true. Your idea someone may get inspiration from it. But trust me, you're better off sharing and learning from others than keeping it with you. It's not going to grow.
True.
Secondly, one of my biggest mantras is start and start now. Anytime I get an idea.
Yes.
I've done research on it. I'm convinced about it. I'll start.
Yeah.
I'll start, and then we'll figure out a lot of things.
Yeah.
Because I know if I sit on it, another 1 month, another 1 week, I will have gotten another brilliant idea. And that new brilliant idea, if I also sit on it, another 2-3 weeks, I'll get doubts, and I'm like, no, maybe that's not the way to go. So I would advise that start. You learn a lot on the journey than sitting in the back and waiting for things to be perfect.
Yeah.
And it's difficult that things will align and be perfect.
Yeah. Sure. Now, still about your advice, you've said you've been doing a lot of research, reading, and moving here and there. So, what lesson have you learned that along the way that you wish if you knew when starting out, it would have been better?
I really can't say that there are many, but I would say that I wish I knew this.
Yeah.
Because I appreciate that it's a journey. I appreciate that, and I appreciate that from my previous businesses, which may have not done as well. When I just finished campus, I started up a Rolex stand.
Oh, okay.
And that did miserable.
Oh.
We did all the calculations. It seemed that it's going to work. It was miserable. Why? Because I didn't pay enough attention on the human resource. So I've learned from those, and on this, there's a lot of learning, but I could not say that really I have regrets, and I would say that, I wish I knew this. No, I wouldn't. I appreciate that it's a journey. I will learn along the way, and things will come at the appropriate time. Every day there are opportunities which are coming. Some were missing, some were landing on. But you also have to be proactive. Like I've said, engage with people.
Yeah. Sure.
Every day I walk into the supermarket, and I'll go to the section of spices. Every day. Not that I'm buying spices. No, I'll just walk there.
Yes.
See what is on the shelf, see what the pricing is, just read the ingredients, see which company is making it, who is doing the packaging, how good is the branding. I'll just walk there. Yeah. And a number of times I'll find customers who are trying to buy stuff.
Yeah.
And I'll have 1-2 chat with them.
Oh, okay.
And I met an engineer, shocking like that. The guy has hundreds of acres of land and is doing trees and is exporting a lot of things to the Arab world, UAE.
Yes.
He's supplying some airlines with yogurt. Oh. Some guy, unnaturally. But yeah. I met him along that supermarket channel, and I asked a few questions. I started the conversation.
Yeah.
And I said, this is what I'm doing. And contacts were shared. We'll see where that goes. But
just
contacts
like
were shared. And it's because I said, this is my idea. I'm doing ABCD.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I go to MTN to do some registration, and I have another conversation with someone, and someone is doing snacks.
Oh.
Yes. Okay. And before long, I have contacts for machinery supply from China at affordable figures. Another time I'm engaging with a colleague, and I'm still sharing about my business. And then it's like, but I'm like, okay, I need to get a few things from China, which I can't get locally, but I don't know how to go about it. It's like, oh, there's this logistics company.
Yes.
Can get for you this stuff cheaply.
Okay.
And I learned that, okay, shipping air cargo is about, what, $11. So I'm like, okay, this is doable. So I'm someone who shares.
Yeah.
And in sharing, maybe the other one will learn something, but I'm also going to learn a thing or two.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will still go back to my advice. Really, seek for information, share as much as possible, and learn along the journey.
Yeah, most people are afraid of sharing because they think maybe someone will copy their idea. But I think sharing is important, actually. Because let's say if you're doing something, even if someone steals your idea, they may not do it exactly the way. Because this is something you probably started many years ago, and they don't know what you've been going through. So I think that is actually...
Yeah, and besides, a lot of businesses, there are many reasons why businesses collapse.
Yeah.
But part of it is because people are just copying. So you copy an idea, you go and attempt it, it canes you once, canes you three, canes you four, you're like, okay, this is it. And they close the business.
Yeah.
So, but for someone who knows exactly what you want, you have your idea. Yeah, you're going to find those challenges.
Yeah.
But you're going to move on that journey.
True.
I'm sure for you, there's a lot of investment into your podcast, into your YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's true.
Which may not pay you immediately.
Of course.
If someone said that, let me copy that idea, they'll realize they are burning money, and they'll say, why?
Give up.
They'll give up. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. It's been amazing having a chat with you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to follow your journey very closely.
Yeah.
Very, very closely.
There's a lot coming. There's a lot of coming. Like I'd shared with you before.
Yeah.
For the fruits, for now we're looking at about 5 fruits.
Yes.
The dry pineapples are already out. I'm sure next week I'm going to really work on the dry jackfruits.
Oh, okay.
We're going to look at dry pawpaws, dry mangoes, and then dry bananas. So you will have an option one way or the other. For the vegetables, we're looking at for now dry okra and then dry eggplants. These are things which are universally consumed. Already the chili, I've already mentioned a few that are coming. But even for the dry fruits, there are a few other ideas, which I may not share now. We're still working out how it goes.
Exactly.
But we may have fruit candy, for example.
Oh, okay.
Yes, such that if you just don't want it dry, you want something sweeter, like candy, you can have a fruit candy. So there's a lot coming. Keep your eyes open. Yeah.
Wow. And lastly, for today, I know we've talked. Maybe there are certain things I've not asked you. What do you have to say to someone who is, watching or listening to us right now? Just anything in your mind.
Yeah, thank you so much. We may be as amazing as possible, but one finger will not pinch that portion. You'll need all your fingers to. So as much as we are trying to do all these amazing things, we can't walk the journey alone. There's a lot of support needed to suppliers, for example, the products, even development partners to see that to widen and increase our impact. So there's a lot of support. Just by buying that single product, a lot of support is coming our way.
Exactly.
So I would still appeal whoever out there to reach out and try this product. I'm sure you will not regret it. And be part of the journey. Definitely be part of the journey and say, okay, I laid a brick to see that this company got where it is.
I've tried the Chilli Garlic Oil. I'm yet to try the Roman Munchies.
You should.
Yeah, and it's been amazing. Thank you also for giving me your time. Yeah. It's been amazing. I'll be excited to host you another day.
Let's put that on the calendar. I equally look forward to come back and share what the business has evolved into.
Maybe something I didn't ask, as now the last one. Someone is watching us right now, listening to us right now, and there's challenges. You've talked of setbacks, and maybe they have resources, maybe they have money and they want to invest. Are you open for that?
For now, the investments could be possible. But not necessarily as shares into the company.
Oh, okay.
No, there are multiple collaborations that we could do.
Oh, okay.
And partnerships.
Yeah.
I would say the investment is not yet because the name is House Ojok.
Yeah.
I could not do Ojok and sons and daughters.
Okay.
So it's a family business.
Yeah.
And it's a legacy I want to leave. for those who will follow in my footsteps.
True.
So it would be too early to dilute ownership. But multiple partnerships are possible.
Yeah.
The ideas that we have, obviously, we have gained a lot of expertise coming up with this, and we could work on collaborations on other products. I was having a thought. I'm having a second son, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Round the corner in about a month's time.
Wow, amazing.
So finally, when Alphonse comes to this world, so I was thinking, okay, Roman's my firstborn has a product after him. How about Alfonso? What is he going to have?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And I love tea, for example. I love tea, spiced tea. And I was thinking, probably we could do an Alfonso tea creation or infused tea or something. So that's an idea which is there.
And I know it's coming. I know it's coming.
So maybe, there could be a partnership in a lot of new products which may not be streamlining what we want to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting.
Let's see where it goes.
Yeah, and that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It was nice having a chat with you.
The whole pleasure is definitely mine.
Yeah. So this was really amazing, and of course, I was here with House Ojok Investment, the brain behind that, and of course, his name is Ojok Moses Walter, who is doing amazing. He's an agro entrepreneur, I think I would put it that way. And of course, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and thank you for always following us. We have a channel on YouTube. You can just go and search for Charles Layoo, or follow us across our social media platform on TikTok, Facebook at The Ugandan Farmer. And you'll get to learn a lot about Northern Uganda, the farming and agricultural world of Northern Uganda. I hope to see you in our next one. Thank you.